A very warm welcome to you back to ECS Season 6, the final game of the European sector of the league. It's to be Optic versus Fnatic. A bit of a stomping on Inferno. Hopefully get a more competitive game here on Train. We've already seen Optic play Train today. They had a very similar situation. Lost the first half significantly. It was 12-3. Came back, made a more competitive scoreline, but overall never felt like they were going to win the game. Why are they not finding consecutive rounds here? It seems to be something, just an off day for them. I'm not sure. They have some very good rounds and then just drop off the next. It's very bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, so many lopsided halves. Pretty much every half of every match.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say. So something's wrong.
Something's definitely wrong. Categorically wrong.
It's like how you would normally describe luminosity.
Mm.
It's like get blown out the first half, second half, the comeback begins. And actually it looks pretty good, but then never quite gets there.
Yeah, unfortunately, those comebacks, when it's official matches like this and you need points on the leaderboard, those comebacks mean nothing, essentially, apart from the round difference, which I don't think will be a massive factor here. But there we go. It's Fnatic looking excellent. Maybe we should focus on the positives here. Their new signing, Brolan, seems to be performing every map we're watching him on. Young player, 16 years old, boy wonder coming through. They took a bit of a gamble on him. Never had proper professional experience. Played in Godsend, sure, but never really attended a big tournament, right? So
I think what's good about players who is so young is that I don't think they have that fear in them. They're not shy to play their game. I think if it was someone who's like, I don't know, early 20s, they might be more hesitant if they're new to top-level Counter-Strike to kind of play their own game, which is why they picked up in the first place. But he doesn't have that because he's so young, so he's just in there.
And I don't think you'd have necessarily a Counter-Strike ego developed yet, Dan. Like, I'm not sure if you put any stock in that, but the players have been around for maybe 6 years or so, have always been in the conversation at the top end of the scene. They won't necessarily, let's look at Snacks, for example, going to mouse sports. He'll just want to do what he wants to do. He knows how he wants to play the game. He doesn't want to be slotted in and told, you're doing this now. Brolan will be happy for the opportunity to be part of this prestigious organization, and the fact he's playing with big names, he'll probably more than likely be happy to do what's asked of him, develop into the role and do what he absolutely can to become a star in that team the way they want him to. So I feel like that's always great to have these younger players that are humble coming into it, are playing with legends and respect everyone they're working with, and will do what they're told and hopefully slip into the system very effectively. And that's what he's doing right now. And he's decimating these players on the server. Optic don't seem to have an answer for him right now. Very handy in the individual duels and especially in the clutches as well. I really like what he's bringing to the table. I want to see more though. I want to see him on LAN. And hopefully with these sort of performances, Fnatic, even with their rough start in the league, could start racking up the points now. They're another team we consider maybe they could be in the top 4, but it'd be like the wild card team coming in maybe at the end, I think.
Who's the 4th place right now?
Right now,
was it Optic?
I think it was Optic. Yes.
Okay, so it won't be Optic anymore. It'll be FaZe now, I guess.
Yeah.
FaZe are 4 and 4, I think.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah, so that is interesting because FaZe are a bit wonky. So maybe Fnatic could steal the position.
Wonky.
They're wonky, James. You don't like that word?
I just didn't expect to be in that fashion. I don't mind it. Big choke point for Yugi, but he's only good for the one shot on this occasion, and it's not looking like a good pistol run for Optic. I am very sorry to say. I feel like I'm delivering the weather. It's going to be a sandstorm. Snappy and Nico remain. Perhaps there is still a chance here. This is very important as frag. Nico lands it. He's got most of his health intact as well. Now the quest is for Optic to draw out these Fnatic players. Although Nico will try to advance it. Oh, look at this. Maybe waiting for a touch of the bomb to come in first, but they're going for the elimination. Twist now doesn't have the angle, and Optic rescue the round.
It was a 4-on-2. And they have got a comfortable defuse there as well. It's all down to Snappy and Nico working in tandem there, finding the headshots required with the P2000 and USP one by one, taking the Fnatic players down in such a notoriously difficult bomb set to retake as well. Very effective. Cleared out every position. It just came down to Twist alone in the pop dog room. And even with the 10-second defuse, they knew exactly where he was. They'd cleared out everything. And it was a very promising start there for Optic. They win the pistol. Bomb planted though, and Fnatic will have a strong buy in the next round.
I've got to say quickly, regards to Snappy, we noted he's got a cool last name, right? Pfeiffer, which I only remember Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is, but I'm thinking like, his name is M. Pfeiffer. So if he's signing something, are people going to think he's like Michelle Pfeiffer? Is that deliberate, maybe? His parents are like, let's give him an M name, so he's like Michelle Pfeiffer. To be like M. Pfeiffer, people are like, oh my god, could it be? Is it a Catwoman?
I'll be honest, I don't think it's pronounced the same way in Denmark. I can almost guarantee that. just to ruin that theory.
Okay, we need pronunciations on Twitter, people.
I think it'll be FIFA. They probably
FIFA.
Something like that.
I'm not buying that.
If you know, tweet us the phonetic way to say it, and we'll We'll read it out. Whoever sends us the correct pronunciation. If you're Danish, I'll believe it, and we can go from there. Anyway, it will be Fnatic to actually get a kill back here. They're doing damage, but they've taken a lot as well. It doesn't look like they'll lose much of the round considering their low HP. It'll just take a big sequence of events from the M4s to spray them down and deny the plant here. If they can get a couple more kills, that'd be great. There's another, and Crim's chiming in with a Glock. This might not be a guaranteed win for Optic after all. Yuki's incredibly low, but I'd still give the CT the advantage.
And a lot of this comes down to timings. And the health is important, but timing's much, much more so. I'm so glad with Crimson Crater there. Well, that could have happened. Would be the first time I would have seen that, but yeah, after plant, there's no kit. They do have some nades, though, that's good. Smoke, incendiary flash, that's not bad. We see Occasion upgrading to an M4. They're taking their time here, and again, no kit. Okay, that's perfect. And force. Oh, that's a big frag with the Glock, no less. Finding the very weak player, Cajun now. He's in a horrible spot because he has no teammate to cover for him. Twist can wait for this one out. He has no kit. This is done.
He knows it's done, surely.
Get out of there. About to be locked in.
Oh, consecutive rounds.
Yeah, you're right. It was, look, that was an eco as well. That was Deagle, no armor.
We were talking about Michelle Pfeiffer and Catwoman.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton level Batman.
That's old school.
Oh my god. Well, that's happened. Fnatic in the driving seat and then some now. They have just got a large injection of cash. Optic anything but. After winning the pistol, they come crashing back to earth and they cannot find consecutive rounds once again.
The only pistol I think that they've won, they got reset the next round, and it's happened again. I think. Either way, oh god, it sucks so much. I just wonder at this point for Optic if everyone on the team, like after, because you know having one bad game is one thing, but then having just consecutive bad games in a row, it must really start to eat at your confidence, like internally. Just everything just seems like everything's going wrong all the time.
Just found out from the boys in production that Twist had $7,200 going into this round, like after losing the pistol. So that isn't bad at all. That's a lot of cash.
Well, he may need it because he did.
Yes.
Well, this is a nightmare day for Optic. 4 games in one day. It's not when you want to be having a bad time.
Well, they're recovering pretty well so far into this round. KGB will get traded out, but it is a 3v3. So anything's possible. Nice tag from Snappy. And Config nails exist to the back of T-Con. And now, all of a sudden, it's looking really favorable for Optic because the bomb has yet to go down. Time is becoming very problematic for Fnatic. And Chris tries to bait somebody out, and he is going to be successful. And Snappy's going to rip his face off. Snappy, great round from him, so much damage. And they've won the force play straight back, but as you say, there was so much money on Fnatic previously. They can get AKs out here and play a fast round if you want.
Config, deadly as ever. Snappy as well with that scout. Great work by him. Very effective shots. Finishes though for 2 kills after finding tons of damage before that. And there will be AKs and a force buy in general from Fnatic here. Twist the AK, same story for Crims. They do have utility, but 3 pistols together. Actually 2 pistols of the UMP, take that back. 2-1. Optic looking to break serve here.
Two pistols on the Fnatic side. The UMP as well. Not going to be ideal. Almost ahead. Ooh! Oh! Oh no!
Wow, that's
the smarts. They got the smarts.
That hurt.
That's. I don't think I've ever seen that do quite so much damage.
Yeah. Brilliant's lucky to be alive.
That's so precise. Very well played by Optic.
That really changes things.
And they'll have no idea how successful those nades were.
Well, these can be the mainly Broland, the entry boys, try and take the guns away. Although I don't even know if he can swing wide with 4 HP. Just swing into some bullets. 45 seconds, and Fnatic will exhaust the utility of the CT side. Twist immediately looking for a second player there with which to duel. One of the 2 AKs in this round. To pop some heads. But they're not really giving him anything.
In they go to B-bomb sites. To the B-bomb sites. And we'll see Nico just holding it down, holding the sidewalk down. There is not all that much Fnatic can do here. Trying to get the bomb down, but just faking it out, trying to frag out. And now Twist is looking to get out. Because the round is pretty much done.
I think you might be right there, Dan. 4-on-1. Optic have done it. Pushed back on Fnatic and managed to avoid another reset there against the 2 AKs and pistols brought to the table. These were the grenades of doom.
So much damage. What if, in Counter-Strike, there was when a grenade connects, you get a sound cue, so you know that it connected. The more audible one. So that, like, no matter where you throw it on the map, if it connects with someone, even if it's one HP of damage, you get a sound cue, so you know that they were there.
Is that too much?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think it's a bit too much.
Too much?
It's all about knowing where to throw them. You shouldn't be at that point. You'd be just throwing it just to get intel. You wouldn't be doing any damage, right?
Yep.
It would be a nice little feature, maybe in like casual mode, just so you can start learning grenades. But yeah, for competitive play, they're just to use as scouts otherwise.
Something for a different game, perhaps. I really enjoy on certain deathmatch servers when you can get a ding when your bullet lands. That's always good. Just gives you a better idea of how good or bad your spray is and where you lose it. Is it the beginning, the middle, or the end?
Ooh. Close. Well, Optic 3-1. This is the first good start we've seen from them in the 4 maps today of play. And they will just avoid those closer positions on B, feeling that B push coming in, perhaps. Already having lost occasion as well. They want to position someone close to the ramp, just get absolutely wrecked, go 1-for-1. They don't have much utility to throw on the bomb side, so this could actually be around Fnatic. If JW can do something with that AK, which he looks like he can, this is quite a winnable round for Fnatic.
Looks like,
sorry, go on.
I was going to say, looks like Nico had a guy watching the lower ground who rotated and didn't tell him. So he had no idea they could just run in like that. And that lack of comms maybe gets him a free bomb plant here, which could turn even into a round win. But, I mean, that's the win anyway for Fnatic. A bomb plant and 3 players fragged.
Tend to agree. The fact they get 3 kills is fantastic. Bomb planted, even better. 4-1 though, Optic starting to build up a bit of a lead here. As we get into the next gun round, there's an all potential with JW to have to buy it though. Exist could drop it as well, but he won't have armor. So they're happy to just be on the rifles here. Twist on the C's edge. And he'll save himself $1,000 in reserve, but I would say this is looking like it's been execution-based play. We'll see. Snappy's got the CT auto sniper. All right then. Let's see what this can do.
Nades into A, and that might be the response from Optic throughout some nades. But again, as you say, the auto sniper is doing its work and actually hitting players through the wall, I think, as well as they run past. It's doing so much damage, and this is a complete shutdown of the Fnatic offense into A. Nothing to say about it, no way to respond. ECS gets a kill, but he is trying to escape all the sniper rifles.
It appears he is frustrated.
Worked out.
Yeah, auto on A, normally it's on B.
So why don't we see more auto sniper on this map on TT side?
Why don't we see it more in general? It's definitely a decent weapon, but it's not as effective as the AWP. It's very situational. If they're dropping loads of smokes and stuff and you feel comfortable with it, sure. It's just that the orb, obviously...
Why shoot someone twice when you can shoot them once?
Exactly right. You don't have to go for the headshot. You can find real quick kills. You can be more efficient in terms of actually finding frags instead of speculating through smokes and stuff like that, which is not a guaranteed frag, but it's definitely very effective. I don't really have a proper answer for you why it's not bought more. One of those things that used to be very popular when the game first came out.
with the AWP or standing still for a shorter amount of time. You can engage more people from different angles. All the smoke outside. Will the bomb go down? Snappy's looking to stop it. He does not want this weapon to go into enemy hands though. CT auto sniper, good for a no scope. From mid, well, short to medium range in fact. Knock knock. The police are coming. 2 on 2. This is actually winnable for Fnatic. They've got rifles. Cajun B's got 6 HP.
Oh, they should have defused it.
Yeah, try to bait the players out. There is a flank coming from the Pog position, and now things will surely become even worse for the CT. Snappy now drops the AWP for the auto, but he will save neither. The round will go with Fnatic.
Yeah, didn't want the auto snipe on the T side, but that's a fair choice. 5-2 though. Fnatic get another one on the board. Is Crims opening things up in a brutal manner with the CZ. Almost closing them down as well with that frag, and exists with the long con. Push from connector all the way towards inside. Went towards Pop Dog, finished the round off.
Was that Config standing near Pop who got killed first?
Can't remember.
Well, when on Cloud9 automatic, when those smokes used to be executed by a T side, he would drop a smoke between connector and Pop Dog, so he has some cover and he can pick plays off as they come in. Of course, that is a gimmick, so it won't last so long, but haven't really seen it outside of that play from automatic, so perhaps there's some mileage to be had in European Counter-Strike. Lots of damage being done by Config. He saw at least 2 players at once in main. There's one taken down. Not sure if they realized there were 3 there, but again, a wall of smoke. Fnatic have got close. Nico had some advantage. That was a lovely shot from Yugi. Fast action on the A site. Now JW's alone.
Not a bad look. He makes it a 1 versus 2. It's a very big difference to the 1 versus 3 insofar as it's not as difficult to isolate players. And he's got 50 seconds. I think that will Cajun be hearing from there? You guys know?
I feel like he should, but he definitely didn't on this occasion. But it is possible to hear someone from there. So I don't know if it's the headphones or the ears, but information has been missed. Oh, the timing. No, he hasn't been spotted. It's a long walk though with 25 seconds.
He could do this, right? This is perfect. Problem is they can't scope in with that AWP until he knows he's got a kill. Oh, it's not gonna happen. It's the right idea. Nicely done, but a bit unfortunate the positioning with the CTs. 6-2. Optic pull another one back. Fnatic might have to take another eco here. There is money available for Exist, for example, but I'm not sure that it's worth even purchasing much more than some upgraded pistols. Exist doesn't get anything. It's weird considering the amount of cash he's got, but I guess he knows he has to drop weapons maybe going forward. His teammates won't exactly be rich next round. Only 1900 coming in. Auto sniper for Config. Loves the Pop Dog Grim. Looking to farm some cash now. Oh my god. 1 bullet, 1 kill.
It's a good success ratio. Never mind. A lot of rounds where one team has nothing means for slow and unstimulating Counter-Strike. But one must be patient.
Unstimulating.
Config in a position to make a lot of money. You could make $1,000 in just 1 shot. And we wait.
Brella just watches his teammate just get chewed up by the shotgun. Oh, the timing, nice. The bait. Now he's got himself an auto shotgun. And he's got a smoke. He could throw it down the ramp, cover the cross to the B-bomb site for a plant. So there's plays to be made. There it is. Or is it? I mean, he has to. It's the only way, only like use of that smoke. There's the counter play.
Shotgun should be named Cash Machine. Oh dear.
Walks into the fire.
Just had enough. Goodbye, my friends.
7-2. Like we said, money wasn't great, but Exist can drop considering he didn't purchase anything before. So Didn't have to, actually. It's not too bad. It's Crims who didn't have enough for the old grenades there. Oh, I assume ECS did drop one. He spent $7,500, so yes, he must have done. But all for Yugi, establishing himself inside. Once he gets set up like this, unless they push him off with the Molotov, they can effectively have 4 players outside. And that's why it's so common to see this Molotov deployed at the start of every round. Now he gets a kill and falls back, but he's got the lead. He doesn't have to fight anymore now. They're going to be having to expend utility just to get Brown Horse control, even though he's fallen back. This Molotov will be landing near the entrance of Pop Dog. Didn't really go where he wanted it to be honest. I think he'd have liked it a bit deeper, but either way. Smoke deployed, so successful in that respect. He's based out of smoke in the CT. Still plenty of time.
Forward position for Twist. Fnatic has actually set up pretty well in this round despite being down a player. This 1v1 is very important. Cage and B goes always in front of the smoke, he nails it. Big kill, and Optic are doing really well so far. They've got a 5 versus 3. They're 7 rounds to the 2 Fnatic. This is the most successful we've seen them all day. And Snappy with the off angle outside loses his 1v1, and surely Fnatic, just even with that kill, and with 30 seconds, it's going to be so difficult to get anything done here. Good defense from Config, it slows him down even further, even if he gets traded out, which he will. 20 seconds to plant the bomb now. Okay, well, they're speeding things up.
This is all falling apart. Optic are running away with this round. It might not be over just yet, though. Yugi, incredibly good in these situations. Both players in front of him, and maybe that's a problem. They will boost up. He did not spot them. JW is on top of the bomb site right now. Not for long. Quick scope attempt there from Yugi does not connect. Now gets the AK-47, but still it will not help him any further. Crims shuts the round down. They lost the first 2 kills there as well. What a recovery, and what a round it is to win, considering Optic are now financially ruined. Here's Crims. As you can see, a 4 versus 2, and this one kicked off, and he finds all the kills required. Absolutely beautiful scenes from him. Nice boost on the side. Let's get the intel to Yugi's position, make him uncomfortable. He swaps out the weapons, and it will be the 3rd on the board for Fnatic. First half getting interesting now.
Is there more stimulation for you, James?
Stimulate me. No, actually, no, I'll take that back. Don't do that. Bad choice of words. 7-3. Optic. They've got a fair few rounds on the board, but it doesn't look like they'll get their next one. Config will be the first to fall. Snappy's got a scout, that could be dangerous. Maybe some weapons could be taken away. Although there are a big concentration of Fnatic players. There is a big concentration of Fnatic players towards the B-bomb site now. Grenades will be deployed. It's always nice if you've got mollies for the back of the, well, exactly where that mollie's gone. Now you've got to check the middle of the train. Nico playing some off angles with his Deagle. They're lining up for him. But he'll just get the 1 kill. That's more or less the bomb site secured. The T's have gone beyond the default position. Always important. If you're not the one planting the bomb, take the real estate away. Make the monopoly board yours. And charge your taxes.
2 in a row. Fnatic now still have Optic on a firm leash here. You can see that they cannot buy into this round, so they were running away with it. They could still lose the half. That's the headline here. And we'll see if that's going to be the case. 3 HEs purchased. We know they can be destructive. They'll be thrown towards the main entrance here. In they come. The airstrike deployed. JW might not be getting out of this alive. Takes considerable damage, but lives to tell the tale. And Cajun waiting for his 1 dig opportunity. If Crims Jefferson the dumpster could be in trouble. Holds safely for now. Oh, thinking about it. Down he goes.
We should have more music on Counter-Strike maps.
Not if you're going to sing it.
Well, I have to, because it's not enough.
We should have no sound at all if you're going to sing anything. Stop baiting him. Stop it. Oh, for God's sake. I'm going to talk just to make sure that he doesn't talk.
Please
well,
do.
Slow Round Simulator 2018. Where is that going? Towards the Pop Dog, I assume. Where is this going? There is a Molotov being deployed somewhere. Now, the smoke, in normal cases, would say, we are not coming from this position. Though you never know. Daring Man may creep through that smoke in a different round. Config's picked up an AWP. Now, I'm sure he'd want a rifle. If he wanted to collect something, it would give the game away. Oh my god, Config! Run for your life. He's got the angle now. Back trains. He'll see JW's legs first if he keeps the angle. JW goes up. 1 versus 1. The flash. And JW's climbing the ladder. He's in the adventure playground. Takeshi's castle. But can he keep his balance? Config is creeping. How on earth can Config win this now? Looking around. Oh, he's going up. Ladder shot. Surely not. Falls off. Up he goes. Oh, no scope fails. Up again. He's got no kit, but it's just time to have some fun.
No time, I don't think.
Yeah, saved AWP. Thanks for the frags.
That's pretty cool, though. That actually connects. Survivor the AWP. Can't win the round, but great effort there from Config. Definitely sends out a stern message to the Fnatic players. He's not done just yet. This second shot was absolutely fantastic. Oh my goodness, the speed of that. And then, of course, the no-scope at the ladder. Why not? Can't defuse it, but he's just like, you know what, if I had a kit, this was over.
Everybody likes getting an AWP shot on the ladder. And here we are. Finally, both teams have got some money again. Twist making his way out very quickly, looking for the tap spots. One player around the bomb train, but there are 3. Is there anyone to help him? No, they're all behind the choke points, behind the Molotovs. Oh, Twist, they're advancing on his position. They're spreading now from the A site, and they're getting the frags, Optic.
Absolute madness here. 2 versus 2. Orb still in the hands of JW. JW could save this with a low HP. The Orb is a perfect gun, but he's been taken down. Good defense. Very fast rounds there after all the slow ones. Fnatic wanted to mix up the pace, and all they did was get owned. So Optic, they're in a really good spot now to get 10-5. Imagine that, Optic 10-5 half.
Imagine that. Could be happening here at the full eco. At least the 9-5's confirmed. Incendiaries deployed. Will slow down the approach towards the Ivy position. 1 flashbang. 3 Glocks, or 2 Glocks, I should say, 3 Deagles, to try and make their way through that Ivy position. A shot that's successful towards Cajun. We'll bait out a smoke at least. And now we play the waiting game.
Doosh, doosh. Oh! How does that happen?
We're off.
That's not a bad one, is it? We've seen some pretty nuts shots this last week. And Snappy's not really happy about this. Take the AWP, go forwards, shut it down. Bomb rotated meanwhile. Perhaps towards B, who knows? There's so much space on the map in the 3v3 that even though they have just pistols, they could absolutely find a way to win this round. You can see Snappy is concerned about all these guns on the ground. Doesn't want the T's to grab them.
Are we going this way, or are we going that way? Crims will carry the bomb. Pistols again. As we move into the dying rounds of the first half. The Molotov, will it come in time? It will force them forwards. One will feel the bullets from Nico, heating up his chest. Now Twist is going for the plant. Has he got time to get it? Looks like he just about has. Crucial plant, all things considered. Horrible economical reset for Fnatic, so that money will come in handy for round number 15.
I'm sure it will. Nico's defusing the bomb, but they're waiting to scavenge anything they can on the floor. Double setups, all the grenades. Money there for Fnatic. 10-5. I think Optic will be happy with that, considering they lost against the second round force bite. I think Fnatic will be as well. 5 rounds is certainly workable. 9-6 would be great. See, he comes out on top here as we're coming to the dying sectors of the first half.
Delayed outer play, perhaps. It's always a good one. You avoid the counter grenades of the CTs, the grenades, and then you go in. But here are more counter grenades from Optic. Oh,
Whoa.
he was not even on the ground just yet.
He was nowhere near the ground. Now the man advantage rages on for Fnatic. 2 sniper rifles. Only 2 players on this A bomb site still as the rotation comes in. Grenades towards a planting position. Nico trying to do what he can. The tracers will be punished, however. And now it's a 2-on-2. Hard to trade with 2 AWPs. Oh dear. They know where Yugi is now. At best, he's probably facing a 2 versus 1. Spots one player jumping past. 1 versus 1. No trade, in fact. Somehow he gets away with the first frag. Pulling out an AK, can create space with the smoke grenade. He knows the 1 player is. We'll focus on that player. The lineup's too good, though. Surely the lineup's too good. Indeed it is. Always a problem on train. You can see the train over the smoke, so you know exactly where to line up your shot. 9-6 in favor of Optic.
He had a molly as well, actually. I was surprised he didn't throw it.
He only knew where 1 player was, though. But, I mean, yeah, you could still throw it somewhere.
So, yeah, it's such a hard spot. It's a really open game as well, so I'm very curious to see how Optic's T-side is going to look at this point. Henry, do you have any insights? What are your insights? What does your gut tell you? Your brain, your gut, all of it?
It tells me Optic are actually putting themselves in a decent position here for once. They go over to the T side. They might actually have a fighting chance not having to recover from an 11-4 deficit like they have been all day. Looking for some desperate points on the board. I think if they get this pistol, they should be able to convert to their T side to have been decent. But let's see what they can do here. JW to defend first. He'll get the first headshot up. His teammates starting to drop now. Yugi will answer back with the Glock. Finding Crims, and they're all over the bomb site right now. This should be a plan coming in for Optic. If they can get this down, they've got a real chance of winning it. There's a kit available for Exist. And a headshot for Cajun B, but he won't connect the kill. And, oh, Optic are actually getting destroyed in this situation. Someone has to step up. Snappy at range of the Glock will pull back 1, but it's so difficult for him to try and stay alive here. They know exactly where he is now, towards the hell position, and it's an apt name considering he is now dead. Oh, there you go. Fnatic will whenever the bomb was planted, so not all is lost. AKs could even make an early appearance if they really wanted to now. With 2 players, Snappy and Yugi could drop 2 AKs. And go for it. But they won't do that. Snappy with 20 kills, just to note.
Yeah. Eagles. Wasn't it? Will they try to, like, just snake their way through the upper position? That'd be interesting. Because with the Deagles, you're looking for those long-range engagements, and that's the best way you can find them. So yeah, we'll see at least a couple people going higher. 4.
Well, there goes 1, there goes another one. The transfer will do some damage at least. And that is the rounds. Fnatic looking to tie the score now. But Optic may have something to say about that as the AKs are pulled out from the guns and ammo store. I haven't played Grand Theft Auto in a very long time.
I played about a month ago.
Really?
Yeah.
You played the online?
Try to play online, but it's so whack. Like, the game's too old and too ambitious. It's so slow to load. It crashes all the time.
Oh, that's no good.
When the next one comes out, like GTA Online is a sick concept and it works. It's just the technology wasn't there when they made it. So next GTA will be amazing. And Red Dead Redemption maybe as well.
There's a guy on YouTube who he's got a mod where he pretends to be UK police force, like stopping cars and stuff.
Yeah.
And does videos on YouTube.
Yeah, GTA roleplay is huge.
Yeah.
Those people play super
It's
seriously.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't run any of that.
Anyway, Optic are charging into the B bomb site. Containment, Molotov, area control. He can't pick that angle too often, sorry. Because right inside Exist. The bomb will manage to get planted, but it's still doable here for Fnatic. However, losing Exist is a problem.
A big problem indeed. Crew's trying to work his way down. They have a full set of nades, Pretty much. No incendiaries though, but oh, you can't really take this, can you? Oh, but he hears the footsteps. Oh, there he goes, jumping with the MP9, tries to get the double, trying to get both kills at once. Not going to work out for JW, very awkward. And Crims will just try to save now. Oh, nice little upgrade coming his way. But yeah, this will be the first gun round going towards Optic, so that bodes well for them. 10 to 8 coming up. So I had another thought. So before I said, what if T players save on the Glock, the pistol round. If you do it like 2 or 3 players, and like you're kind of like hedging your bets a bit. So like if you win the round, that's great. But if you don't, then you bring the AKs out in the second round, and then you can opt to reset the opponents, and they won't start on 1900, they'll start on 1400. So then you get like a really massive advantage. And is the chance of that better to have versus a slightly worse chance of winning the pistol? I think that's an interesting question.
You're an interesting question.
That's very true. What is Config? Just charging forwards. Aggression. Savagery. It's not looking like Fnatic can hold off the Optic forces on the A bomb site.
Can the bomb even go down? Twist can't see Yugi. No pre-fire from him. Exist is being waited for. Ooh, manages to get to the side. Nico not expecting that angle. And now there is a chance. Pop flash through the door. KGB avoids it in front of V-Box, but he can't avoid the bullets. All of a sudden things are changing. The tide going the other way in favor of Fnatic. And Optic are being swept into the sea. Snappy blind, surely was spotted there. Doesn't have the angle, but he has got the frag. The one taps, misses the AWP. Oh god, he's got it, surely he's got it. Is there still time?
Yeah.
Just about there is. 9 rounds for Fnatic.
Back and forth. You wouldn't have it any other way. Optic 10, Fnatic now with 9. Their money's relatively strong even after having one player just survive that one. Not necessarily the story for Optic though. They're hovering around 3k on average per player. And we'll see with the Wacker fans what they bring to the table. They've got to go with Deagles and CZs here. PT50 as well. I don't think this will be too fruitful for them, but you never know. Players like Nico the Deagle can do some pretty unspeakable things. There's a good start. Little dink there. As I call his name out, he finds a Deagle headshot but no frag.
Config looking to get cheeky. Cheekiness must wait. Walking alley, okay. That could be fun. For who, I'm not sure just yet. Maybe JW on there with the AWP. Unless Config nails him straight away. Occasion, whoever will face first. Definitely not Config will nail JW. Good information, he spots 2 more players. And very commonly we'll see a split between Ali and T-Con, so nice frag though. Yuki makes it work. He's got Norb now. Uh-oh.
Alrighty then. Yugi is causing big problems for Fnatic. And even bigger ones. That is the reset.
Certainly is.
And trading rounds back and forth. But this will not favour the CTs, especially as they are trailing by 2 rounds now.
They have to force by here. They didn't really have the resources to do anything much more of it, to be honest. 11-9. Optic maybe to get 3 out of this next couple of rounds. Because this one's unlikely Fnatic win it, then they're full eco after that. So this could be 13-9.
Cheeky quad kill in the save rounds. Mr. Yugi gets to keep the AWP as well. It's quite the rounds. This one's very competitive.
Where's the full force coming in? 2 players have invested. 3. Will they leave like this? Okay, super late buy. Maybe figuring out what they want to do. Twist will leave money in the hole for the AWP. He's in search mode. So JW's made his way towards the E-box position, trying to close the distance, take the, well, some of the advantages away of these rifles, the distance. And in comes Config. He will be the man to clear things. Nico holding patiently. He will inspect the showers for wear and tear. Oh, or will he? JW wants the showers to himself. 2 players, I think 1 was spotted, maybe 2 on a def cam, not really sure. But it looks like a solid 12th round for Optic. And Fnatic's money is in the absolute bin.
Yes. It's not looking too good. 12 on the board, like I said. If this one goes against them, presumably 13 as well. Optic might be able to post their first win today. Might being the operative word. Config, though, if he can get his AK out of the hands, that'll be beneficial, make things a bit easier in the next round. He knows they're on the other side. He's only got the Mac 10, so he can justify a bit of a probe here. Twist on the other side with the P250. Timing doesn't elude him. Mac 10 not going to be that useful, but considering their eco next round, it's something. That one's got some MSL stickers on it. Blast in the past.
Consecutive rounds being found by Optic Gaming and Train. Last map of the day for them on ECS.
Last map of European Counter-Strike. We have all the North American fun to bring you after this one. Kicking things off at Cloud9 MIBR. What a fixture that is.
That is going to be very interesting indeed. However, first we must finish off things in the other continent. The home continent, the mothership. Another ropey round for Fnatic. This round is the equivalent to a 2 AM curry in London.
How so?
Just not ideal, is it? Probably not going to go well.
That's like the messiest thing you can have at that time.
Exactly. And this is not going to be very tidy at all. Exist, though. He'll do his best. Oh, he's getting way too many tags out of this. Can they be followed up upon? They've got a man advantage. Oh my god, what in the blazes is going on? It's the best curry ever.
It's delicious. Vindaloo.
Vindaloo.
Yeah, and that is a song keep going.
Vindaloo.
Stop singing. No more singing.
He can't control it. It's not his fault.
He doesn't care anymore. He's leaving on a plane. Do what he wants.
Yeah, desperate attempt to save this one. But it's not looking too good. Needs to get the Mango Lassie out. Soothe the burning. And he's gone. And he's gone. Well, this is quite interesting. Exist. It's did so much damage, but all this time for Brolan just coming in from the back. And just ruining the round for Optic. Oh, it's got to be so tough for Optic. They've had a lot of rounds where maybe some small silly thing has happened like that, which has put them in an awkward spot. They can fall by here, but Fnatic, now after all the good work of Optic, just earning those rounds, and now in a position to shut them down and force them to the eco territory. And Fnatic have a really good spot here. AK, double orbs, and they've taken the timeout. They really want to get this right. Fnatic, were they 2-4 at the start of today? Oh, where were they? 2-2, 2-4?
4 and 2 or 2 and 4?
I guess we'll get confirmation.
We can find out as the game develops.
That's true.
Someone look into us.
That's true. We'll be on the leaderboards after this game, discussing all the changes after today. Brolan aggressive with Crims. Crims and Brolan playing forward positions in the 8 yards. Ooh, Mike just catch Config. He gets out of there though. And they'll take over T-Con. This is great real estate for the CTs to have.
Forced away from the angle. What does he choose to do now? Holding just beyond the E-box perhaps. Trying to delay as much as possible. Oh, he's found himself a gap. At least a grenade, but He has the superior angle for now. KGB's got to pick his timing wisely. He could be betrayed by the smoke. Oh, JW just jiggles a little bit before shooting. Brought the inaccuracy in. Should have been a frag for him. KGB knows. Look at him. He is pixel perfect. And where he has stopped. His elbow not showing to JW. Could be forced to hold this angle. In the meantime, what are Optic up to?
They're fighting in main entrance. And it's an equal exchange for now, back and forth, but it will be Fnatic with a slight edge here in the 3-on-2. Time beneath the 30-second mark here. Yugi presumably goes down any second. Somehow negates the bullets and is still alive and kicking. 20 seconds now as his teammate Snappy makes his way towards the bomb train. Yugi has to hit some sensational shots here, certainly capable of doing so. Now he finds himself in a 2 versus 1. That one doesn't connect, and that might conclude the round as there's no time to even plant. He'll have to go with some high-flying antics here, but JW beats him to the punch, and they're trying to save both orbs with the other player not there to receive. Fnatic will bounce back after losing those 2 rounds and win an eco and the follow-up as well. And they've ruined the money of Optic. So there you have it. We're going the full distance.
Nobody has any money. Pistols. It feels like there's one team's on pistols almost every round. 0 grenades for Optic. Do they try to dry out the grenades of Fnatic once again? Do they play the super slow rounds? Get them to use all the Molotovs, the HEs, the odd pop flash, the smokes. Still some work to do. Some nice dancing, and Nico will avoid a lot of damage. Config and the Deagle off to a good start. 20 frags now for Config. Snappy ahead with 26. Only good for a 1-round lead, however. And now they move towards Ivy. Obviously, the gun is not going to be retrievable just yet. Trying to abuse the numbers. Again, draw the fire away. JW giving them plenty of sound cues. That might encourage their advance.
Easy frags for JW, not too much to worry about here. It's one at a time, one at a time. Form an orderly line and present your tickets. 12-12. And it's really difficult to see which way this one is going. And just off the back of that, sort of just not smooth B attack with the flank from Broland on a save from Fnatic. You know, we get 3 rounds out of that now from Fnatic, so they have a really good chance to take the lead here. Anyone fancying Optic to win this one?
I've got Fnatic. I feel like on the CT side now, with that swing from the eco victory, I feel like they've got enough now just to close this one out. Twist and JW, deadly combo. That's an inside execution from Optic here. Maybe just a contact play towards upper. That does not bode well. Twist is ready and waiting. But the smoke will be deployed and the flash. He is certainly open. Somehow gets away with it. Exists doesn't so much though. 4 and 4 as the bomb will be planted. It all will it. The incendiary could deny it all. Which it won't just yet. But the bomb couldn't be planted. Config had to move. And that's him. Low HP to the left with the bomb. And it goes down. That's a massive issue.
Middle of nowhere. And they have a 2-man deficit. Snappy's surely been hurt at this point. He'll hit a scope as well.
He's been hit.
There is a CT pretty close in Broland. Does he draw for plays? No. Cajun B now. 1 versus 3. Won't last very long, and that's Fnatic in the lead once more. God, what a horrible situation for Config. Smoke was down on the site after the Molotov, but by the time that happened, he was wide towards oil almost with the bomb. Once that was dropped, it forced the hand of Optic. 2 men down. And now here we are. Pistols out again for Optic. And Fnatic are in a reasonable spot. But again, the money's been so low for both sides. A war of attrition. I think this is a very good example.
Another eco required. Tactical timeout for now. Tech 9s, CZs, and Glocks. Not the most tantalizing setup so far, but I'm sure a few more surprise purchases will come through as a Deagle. Config and Yugi yet to buy anything. There's an AK, all right. That's just got a little bit of spice here. They've got maximum loss bonus next round. That's not actually a huge deal. Remember, Config, if they lose the round, still get $3,400, and he's already got $850 in reserve, so he can still do the same next round.
Wow, just charging Ali, let's go. JW is pushed to the defense there, gets a leg as they jump across. In comes Crims from the bomb train, looking for the rest of the Optic players, and he'll deal with them pretty nicely. So this will be a nothing round for Optic, and it indeed looks like Fnatic are taking a significant lead here, but this is where it could all change. This is where it has to change if Optic want to win this game. All the money, they got to choose their round wisely. Choose your destiny.
Very important round for both sides. Optic need to be careful because Fnatic seek to take the game away from them. This would be a huge round for Fnatic, but who will have the better timing? How deep do Fnatic go? Yugi's got to be careful, he's got to be ready. He has the advantage of the angle, but he doesn't have his AWP out. JW closer to the corner of that wall. Purely timing could lose them this game. KGB lost towards Ivy as well. Is there a fast reaction? They can't even really do that because the bomb is rotating away from main towards B. Nico's trying to do what he can, but look at this angle from Exist.
It's so cool, isn't it? He's got his teammate watching the lower ramp for him with the AWP from Connector. He's just on top of the bomb train. No one's pre-firing that. You're all just 100 angles to check when you come out upper ramp, and you're not checking for the bomb train. So that's a really cool little setup. And it's a 5-on-2. It looks like Fnatic have found match point. Lost bonus still there. They can get a plant out of this. They'll get a nice healthy buy in the last round. If not, they're going to struggle to find overtime. There's the plant attempt. Who doesn't want it?
That's really weird. The bomb plant is so enormously
He would have had that
important.
as well, I think. Like, he would have died with the flames, but he definitely would have got the plant down, I would say.
Absolutely, you have to try. But you can at least guarantee your team will have full. They would have full utility in this round. Snappy would have had an AK. Everyone would have had AK's full utility.
I'm guessing he was looking to take out at least one player to try to win the round post plant, but indeed they would have had a lot more. But they get a reasonable level of AKs out, but just two. Oh god, sorry, I've done it again. The bloody sound. 4 CTs remain. So maybe they can do this. Or then again, maybe not.
Oh, it's over, James. Get him out of here. Oh, it's a shame. Optic will not get any points today.
Oh man, that's rough, isn't it?
They played in every single European matchup, and they leave with nothing, empty-handed. We don't normally see that on any game show. But here on ECS, they get nothing but some round difference. It wasn't complete stompings, but Dan, they went through it all today. They went through the substantial half losses, the 12-3, the 11-4 to bring it back to a respectable scoreline. They kicked this on off with a 9-6 lead, swapped over to the CT side. You'd think this could do it, this could be enough, but it looked like it wasn't meant to be. It seems that Optic are having an off day today. I don't think that's the level of performance we see from them all the time. Like, they had some good rounds as well. Just couldn't seem to find consistency. There were so many up and down rounds, losing to ecos too much, I would say. Pistols were an issue for them in general. And Fnatic, great day in the office for them. 6 points on the board. Nothing for Optic, though. That's going to be a sting for them. Coming in today, where they were ranked 4th.
Yeah. And
the fact they played 4 of the maps, which is really significant in the league. They only played, what, 18 maps total. And
they do a 5-5 as well, right? So that puts them out of the running completely, I would think.
Yeah, it's a big day for everybody who's not Optic, unfortunately for them. Very curious to see how the leaderboard will be shaping up following this. And 4 losses in a row, that's got to be somewhat dejecting. These are the scores on the doors, the numbers.
26.
See Twist just up there with just shy of 3,000 damage. Not bad for him.
Indeed, he's doing very good. He's just looking so fantastic in his team. Bronham with 19 as well, with a focus on the newer players. 21 for JW. Everyone contributing a significant amount on the Fnatic side. Config and Snappy, they did not deserve to be on the losing side. No one really dramatically dropping off, but yes, you can see how the 14-game played. Yes, Optic are still 4th place right now, but they've played so many more games than almost everyone right now, so it's almost guaranteed they won't be making it to the playoffs at this point. I said that bated breath, you never know. There's always some crazy things that happen towards the end, but I'd say it's a safe bet to say they're not making it. Fnatic started to sneak their way up. They were 2-4 as they went into today. That's confirmed now, Dan, and they'll be 4-4. So they're definitely still in the running. They can still make it.
Yeah, FaZe, Fnatic, and so it's FaZe, Fnatic, and NIP right now, looking for that 4th spot. That's kind of a cool fight. FaZe, Fnatic, and NIP. right?
Absolutely, that's really cool. What else is cool is we've got the North American division of Counter-Strike coming up right after this. I can confirm we've got some big games coming up. Cloud9, MIBR, and NRG versus Complexity. The Counter-Strike only continues to get better. We are going to lose a commentator though, Dan. Is there any final words you'd like to say to your audience, your fans before you leave? That's it. Well,
thanks for watching. I know that this won't be as enjoyable without me, but please give them some love regardless.
Cool.
And, I'll be back as soon as I can.
Excellent. Thank you so much,
2
Dan.
out of 10 for arrogance.
Yeah. And we'll be back. We're a little bit behind, so about 45 minutes we'll be back with North American Counter-Strike. It'll just be me and, well, James and I should say. And I'm not sure how that's going to go, but hopefully it'll be fun. I'm sure it will be. We'll be able to
It'll be fantastic.
It'll be fantastic.
What are you talking about?
We'll see you soon. And we'll be back in North American Counter-Strike.